Hi, welcome back. Today we're going to paint a beautiful winter birch tree scene. And now we're going to put some sky in here. I'm using some blue, some brown, a little bit of purple, a little bit of Payne's gray. Mix them all together, put a little sky in there. I come down about 2/3 of the way to, I call it a horizon line, but it's not really. It's just the ground line. I'm going to put a nice far tree line forest in there, and that where the trees meet the sky, that's the actual horizon line. So finish off the sky, and now we're going to do the tree line, which is basically it's just a little green and the same colors I used with the sky, blue, brown, black, and that's my tree line, mostly green. I'm going to add a little bit of the orange and red to the top, just to make it look wintry and fall scene, winter. It's actually going to be a winter scene because I've got snow coming. And this is just the tree line, just going to dab it in. You don't see it too well, but it's in the far distance. Doing the bottom because it's usually darker at the bottom, much more denser, and so I just show it as dark. And again, it's just the green and the blue and the Payne's gray mixture. And here I'm going to try to erase what I've already painted. I've let the paper dry here, and I'm just taking a hard oil painting brush, getting it wet, and then trying to erase what I've already painted. With these colors, I should be able to get it down to close to white. And I put the brush on the paper, trying to erase the tree part, and then I just wipe it off with a tissue. And that gets it down to close to white, as you can see. And now I'm going to do a second tree over here. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. Put a little water on my hard brush, scrape the paint off, and then wipe it down with a tissue. And once I've done this, I've wiped it off. I've got the tree ready for painting. I want to make this look sort of three-dimensional, 3D. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little shadow side on here. When I do that, it should make the tree pop. It should make it look three-dimensional, and it should make it look close up, especially in relationship to the background, the faraway trees, the faraway sky. So I put a bead of water down just to where I put the shadow side, and just put a little blue and Payne's gray, touch of brown down the side of the tree. This is going to be my shadow side, and here I'm just taking a wet brush and running it down the side of the shadow, just to soften up the edge. I don't want a harsh or hard edge. I just want it to sort of blend into the rest of the tree. And I'm doing the same with this tree over here. Just a little shadow running down the side of the tree. And I'm going to soften the edge over here. There we go. Soft edge. And now I'm just putting in some marks that make it look like a birch tree. This is strictly Payne's gray. Heavy on the Payne's gray. Make it look black. And now we're just taking a pointed end of something just to put a little marks in it. You can use a palette knife, or quite often what I do is I sharpen the end of my paintbrush to give me a point on there, and I use that. Here I'm putting in a little bit of brown just to add some color to the tree, so it's not, just to make it interesting. And the trees here in Canada our birch trees here in Canada have these marks. Birch trees all over the world are slightly different, Some have different colors, some have different markings, but they're always recognizable. These are the ones that we have here in Canada. What I'm doing here is I'm sliding the brush across. I don't, for the thin lines, I use just the point of the brush, but for the thicker and broken lines, I use the side of the brush. Less water and a little more paint, and I just drag it across, and it gives a broken line, and it really looks like the birch trees we have here in Canada. And so I'm just putting the finishing touches on here. When I think my birch tree is done, I'm going to start painting some mid-ground trees. And here I'm putting in a little bit of grass. Here I'm just putting in some shadows, make it look like snow. And a little bit, just a little bit of blue, light blue, a little bit of water, more water than blue. I don't want anything too heavy here. Now I'm going to just paint a nice tree in the middle here. Not too far, not in the mid-distance. And just to add some depth to the painting. I put a couple of trees in here just to make it look like a forest. Like this. Here I'm putting more trees in the background, but not the far background. This is going to be much closer to us than the forest that's in the background. Again, just green, a little bit of blue, a little bit of Payne's gray, just to keep it dark and contrast to the forest that's behind it. When I do this is just to show the difference in the distance. The light at of the forest is lighter than the dark of the trees that I'm painting here. The mid-ground trees are much darker than the forest. Much closer, much darker. And just filling in the forest so you can tell that it is a forest. More trees. Just finish it all the way over. And again, basically to give it depth. Here's our forest, so we've got this in the background. I put the finishing touches on the trees here. And then when I finish this, I'm just going to add a few more trees on the right side to balance it off, give it a balanced look. Now we'll do some mid-ground trees again, and we'll just bring these a little bit closer than the trees on the left, and by making it a little taller, longer, both in the bottom and the top part, that automatically just brings it closer. Put a little grass in at the bottom, same as we did before. Finish the tree, put another tree there to sort of balance it off. And we've got a beautiful birch tree winter scene happening here. And there you have it. Beautiful winter birch tree scene. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Hope to see you again real soon, and thanks for watching.